Hello and welcome to It Was a Movie. This is Colin.
This is Niall.
This is the movie Space Truckers from 1996. Runs for 95 minutes. Science fiction slash comedy, I would guess.
It's a weird slash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Director is Stuart Gordon. He did Fortress of Christopher Lambert, which is, for some reason, sticks out in my head. One of the writers, Ted Mann, who wrote this with Stuart Gordon, he did a lot of good TV series, like produced them, like Millennium, if you remember that sort of X-Files sort of esque thing. NYPD Blue as well. Big cast. Dennis Hopper, we've reviewed him already in Easy Rider. Stephen Dorff, Debi Mazar, Charles Dance, Lyman Tannister himself, George Wendt, Norm.
Yes, he went out the window.
Yeah. Vernon Wells, one of the henchmen on the electric pulse wings spaceship, played Bennett in Commando. I knew his face from somewhere. And then you're saying that another dude that comes to help them is well known to all Irish comedy lovers.
Pat Laughlin, I think's his name.
He's laughing, all right. He played
Pat Mustard in Father Ted back in the day.
In the what's it called? Speed or something?
Speed 3.
Speed 3, yeah. Well, this is an interesting movie because it was made in Ireland, and I think I've told you before, but not on air. For some reason, 92 was my last year in primary school, and some people came to our classroom and showed us models from this movie to our class. And all I remember is, and I've never watched it until last night.
So you got to see the electric space wang?
They didn't bring that. They brought, and I can remember to this day, they brought the spaceships with the crates on them, the containers, and I just remember them touching them and everything. It's like, oh. And I was watching a little video yesterday on the model makers, and they basically said, yeah, we trashed them all when we quit the movie. Just they're all gone. They don't exist anymore. So it's filmed at Ardmore Studios in County Wicklow in Ireland, and it's an Irish. I think up until, there's not a lot of trivia about this movie, but up until production, it was like the untitled Irish space movie they were calling it, until Stephen Dorff said, let's call it Space Truckers. It's a terrible name.
Might as well, let's be honest.
It's a bad name. It's a bad name,
but it kind of goes with the movie, unfortunately.
I'm going to be honest with you.
You enjoyed it, didn't you? You liked it.
You
liked your electric space wang.
I enjoyed, from the start, you basically get a sort of Star Wars start where there's a group of people with guns facing an invisible adversary coming through a door. It's totally just ripped off from Star Wars.
Oh, completely.
And that's sort of the whole nucleus of the movie, is that there's these robots that this doctor created, and we're led to believe that this sort of robot with the 3 lasers heads on them killed Charles Dance at the start of the movie.
But he doesn't, does he?
No, we get to find that out later on in the movie. Okay, this is it's a bad movie. You can see wires when they float.
It's not just once. It's like every 2 or 3 minutes you see a wire yeeting a guy backwards at pace.
Yeah.
But it's so obvious.
Also, when they're walking around in his spaceship, it's just very hollow sounds. They needed some sound editing done on it to make it better. Like, I could not watch Star Trek if they had just kept the original audio. It
kind of gets away with the crap effects because the movie's intentionally cheap, if that makes sense. It's campy, it's plastic, it's oversaturated colors. To me, the effects actually aren't the worst part of this movie at all. I kind of think they fit.
I think the physical effects are decent. The computer effects are silly.
Oh, they're shocking. Yeah. I think if they'd taken those out, the movie would have been better looking. Yeah. The practical effects with the models you talked about earlier actually look well. The bit where they're going through the asteroid belt with the really bad CGI is just shockingly bad.
Yeah, and then she comes on board the spaceship and her underwear floats. It's like, that's not real. You could have done that with wires. You had lots of them hanging about.
Clearly they can't do it with wires because you would have seen all the wires.
Well, that's it. We're watching this on 1080 resolution on 65-inch TVs now. Back then, it was just, they could get away with it, but not anymore. I appreciate this movie for its campness. It laughs at itself at certain times, but I think it's quite clever in some ideas that it does. It's definitely not good sci-fi, and it's definitely not good comedy at times.
No.
But there's a style to it that I appreciated, and at one point I didn't. At no point did I experience myself going, "Yeah, this is crap." I'm not enjoying myself. I kind of just sat there and took it all in. It was stupid, and that was fine by me. I was okay with that. And, my litmus test paper is, if I think about it the next day, then it's probably an enjoyable movie. And I did think about it today. Just some random things came into my head. You know what you're getting into when, after that initial setting up scene of the robot being made and killing all people, the next scene is just country music and a beer can floating through space. And it's like, what the hell are we watching here?
I will give it one absolute massive... praise
Props.
in that it's profoundly unique. Like, there's nothing I can say that's anything like this, and I really appreciate the fact that nobody has done anything before or after this like this that I can think of anyway. I'm sure maybe there is something, but I can't think of it.
Probably for a good reason.
Yeah, once is enough.
Yeah, it's an interesting premise, and it's a country style. Like, even Dennis Hopper's spaceship is a truck. It's literally a truck. You know what I love, though?
The Pachyderm 3000.
The Pachyderm 3000. I just the friggin' yellow safety bars they put down is so bad. They're not even that. They're not even holding them in.
No,
but anyway,
it's great.
It's fine. But I loved later on in the movie, I just spotted that his driver's seat has got one of those beaded back things going down the back. I was like, that's funny. That's kind of cool little detail.
You know what it kind of reminds me a little bit of? A show I used to love back in the day called Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Which is a blue collar working guy space drama.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that. Similar, not as funny, but similar aesthetic, similar vibe.
Yeah, it doesn't take itself seriously, but there's an attempt at a plot every week of Red Dwarf. Yeah. But yeah, it's the same mood, it's the same theme, really. Yeah, you're right.
And the special effects are kind of plastic, but that kind of helps.
Yeah, I was thinking that this was like, okay, it's 90 minutes, whatever, it's an hour and a half, but you could really just do one episode of Red Dwarf and this would be it.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with it. There are things that made me laugh in it, like the square pigs are funny.
Or the space mustard at the very start.
Oh yeah, floating space mustard. It's total. He could be just driving a truck down Arizona desert, basically.
Eating his hot dogs. Yeah,
he's got the trucker cap. He's eating the hot dogs. He has this sort of interaction with George Wendt, the guy with what's it called?
Sticking it to the man.
What's it called?
Interpork.
Interpork, which is funny as well.
Yes.
Yeah, George Wendt doesn't pay for his stuff, so we get a bit of tension there between them, but there's real no tension in this movie. Even when in that second third where they're in the pirates ship, there's no real tension because it's made up to be a corny, campy.
Yeah, how scary is I can't remember the phrase now, but the electric space wang or whatever the hell it was called. Like, when you got stuff like that, it's not scary.
Electrical wang pulse.
Sorry.
I'll have you know.
Yeah. And it was a very unusual situation to see Charles dance in. Somebody normally is playing very straight roles. And he plays this straight, in fairness, but it was very weird to see him playing this role.
Yeah, it was, but like you could tell he has chops even with the shit he's delivering. He was taken seriously.
He does. Like, even when he's playing a ridiculous character, he still delivers lines like a champ.
Yeah. I thought he did a bang-up job on that. But to be honest with you as well, so they're at the parks up at the to deliver the space pigs, the square pigs. He's at this sort of hub, the spinning hub or whatever. And I appreciate the fact that they tried to do the arc and everybody's up on an angle in the diner. I thought it was fine. I thought like any other lazy
that would be
movie,
reasonably difficult to do. Yeah, any other lazy movie would just have them in all flat.
Yeah, because it's so big, you wouldn't feel the curve.
Yeah, but this is a tiny little crappy diner place, so
yeah,
everything's arced around.
Curve. You know, yeah, they don't go that far. They're at a curve, but they're not like going perpendicular.
Because they would have fallen over.
I thought, fair enough. Well played to you. And actually, you know what? I really liked, and it gave me a lot of Fifth Element vibes with the woman in the cubicle. That was so good, I thought. When they're running away, so they're running away from... let's talk about the bar for the diner fight first, because I think that's quite entertaining too. They meet Stephen Dorff and blah blah blah. It doesn't really matter. Stephen Dorff and
something set up story, something.
Debi Mazar or Dennis Hopper, they get together as Cindy, Mike, and John, and they get together, and
Mike takes Dennis's job,
exactly.
John's job, and
Debi wants to go to... Cindy wants to go to the Earth.
Yeah,
take me with you. If I take you with
marry
you,
me, yeah.
Marry me. Yeah. Anyway, there's a bar fight because George Wendt wants to do whatever, and he gets sucked out a window.
Sure, the motivation here.
I don't know, but it's fun. It's like it's a fun death that he gets sucked through the window, and it's well done too, physically.
Yeah, it is actually a reasonable... It's humorous in how it's done. I didn't wet myself, but it kind of chortled a little bit. And in fact, it was Norm from Cheers.
Yeah, you don't see George Wendt a lot in movies, so it was good to see him.
You don't, which is a shame.
Yeah, and he just passed away last year, so it was...
Did not know that. Shit.
Yeah, not that. Late last year. But yeah, so... Yeah, because they run out of there, chased by the cops, and they go in, and there's a woman in the cubicle who says, get out. And Dennis Hopper just reaches into her mouth, and it just physically puts up her face and types in a code. It's good.
The effects on that one are actually bang on.
Yeah.
I was quite impressed by that. Now, that's the only time I'll say about the effects in this being bang on. That looked really good, but I think that's because the director here's got horror chops. He's done a bunch of horror movies.
Really?
Reanimator and things like that.
Kind of like Beetlejuice, the way they're...
Yeah. Or just stretching
of the face.
Yeah.
I thought that was impressive. Anyway, they take a mission and they're hauling out some strange stuff, and they don't really know what's happening.
Extruded plastic sex toys.
That's what they say is on the manifest. But yeah, there's some little things. They've got a shiny asteroid field that they have to navigate through, and
they run from the cops.
They run from the cops, and they turn the thing, and all the crates go in a curve. It's like, what the hell?
Fair enough.
That's very good physics.
Well, no, because the whole thing would have spun and twirled into space. But that's, we'll allow it because it's a truck and it's in space, and I'm okay with it. I don't expect this to be scientifically accurate.
No, not when you're having an electrical wang pulse in the script.
That's the only accurate thing in this.
That you start up like a chainsaw. By Tywin Lannister.
It's the most surreal scene I've ever seen. It's great.
Yeah, and he plays it serious. It's good.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
I can see Charles Dance going, and what's my motivation in this scene?
Yeah. He might have been at the start of his career. This was way before Tywin came around.
Yeah.
But having said that, Dennis Hopper was a serious actor too, but I'm sure he was just down on his luck, probably.
I'll be honest, I thought Dennis Hopper kind of played it very Dennis Hopper.
He was bad.
He didn't seem all that different from the character he plays in Easy Rider.
Yeah, they're really bad acting. The only good acting is Charles Dance, really.
Yeah,
the front
like
three
Dorff
are bad.
Sucks. Let's be honest, but he always sucked.
Debi Mazar is okay. She puts on this New York, Boston or accent, whatever, or Queens accent, and whatever. It's
not great. But I don't think acting matters so much in a movie like this.
No.
Again, it's like a Sharknado thing. If the acting was good, it'd be weird.
Yeah. The decisions that are made in the movie make you not care about a lot of the serious stuff. Like, they could have a cargo on the manifest and it might have said space cabbages, but they went for sex dolls. So they know they're going for the small laughs, they're going for little cheesy moments, and they're going for electrical wang pulses.
Yeah, it's Red Dwarf level comedy.
Yeah,
Red Dwarf level production.
Yeah,
and it has its place.
Yeah, and so like the chase sequence from the cops and then the asteroid things, like it's the only pre-action stuff that happened. Well, no, near the end there's action stuff, but it's an attempt at action. And were they ever going to make it serious and tension filled?
No. What's the point?
Yeah. So to get picked up by these big pirates, it's kind of the scum cluster, maybe I think it's called.
They go into the scum cluster because they've got 2 days to get back to Earth and they can't get there in time going through the normal trading lanes or some such nonsense. An excuse to go through the dangerous place.
Yeah. And so they get picked up by Charles Dance, who is now called Captain Macanudo.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. So, yeah, that whole scene on the pirate barge or whatever, does it shift the tone or anything? Is it like,
it makes the whole thing even more ridiculous, especially with the Wang situation. As you said, Charles Dance plays it well. The extras are poor. But
they're just a motley crew of
they're a
motley
crew of apparently a bunch of paddies that get shot by the cargo.
Yeah, there's a defense thing on the cargo system, but they just bring a bigger drill.
Yeah, it works.
Going to need a bigger drill.
I'm guessing they
and of course
opening it up.
Yeah, and obviously, like, it's not that deep of a movie. We know what's going to be inside the cargo.
Yeah, the starting 5 minutes set the whole thing up. Otherwise, why bother with the starting 5 minutes?
Yeah. I actually think the cyborgs are fun. They're good. I like them.
You spoke of Fortress before. They remind me very much of the aesthetic from that movie.
He probably just took it with him.
He just took the head off one of the things and slapped it on some fella. Often looks scary.
They're all all of them. Like, I knew near the end when the cyborgs were kind of climbing around, I was like going, they are women. And they are women. Most of them are all women, contortionists, whatever. I think there was one male dude.
1, 2, 4, 8, 6. Yeah, sure, why not? That makes sense.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. So so Charles Dance sort of takes over the entire movie when they're being held in this ship because his performance just outweighs everybody else. Even with just this ridiculousness of his script, and there's one line he says, he says it so seriously, and I just laughed. He's like, if I had an anus, I'd probably soil myself. It's like,
that's at the end of the movie. It's a good line.
It's amazing, but he delivers it stone cold serious.
Yeah.
Kind of like Tywin Lannister in a sort of death throw sort of thing. I don't think Tywin Lannister had time to actually say anything, actually, when he was...
No, he got shot with a bolt.
Yeah.
On the shitter.
On the shitter, by the way, yeah.
He had time to shit himself.
He did have time to shit himself. Luckily, he was on that old castle souterrain, I think it's called, the little square thingies on the castle. Anyway, the cyborgs, so I liked them. Did you think they were threatening, silly, or both?
I think a bit of both, actually. I think this is... I did say earlier I didn't think much of special effects. I actually reasonably think these are well designed. I was going to say there's a bit of menace. There isn't any menace to them, but from a sci-fi perspective, for a low budget, yeah, I'm okay with it.
I think when they're climbing along outside the spaceship later, if the whole tone of the movie was different, I thought that was quite ominous and quite scary.
There's a claustrophobic feel to that bit.
It's almost like a little mini alien section. Aliens.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if I was going to look up online space truckers memorabilia and see if there's anything, but they might have just trashed everything like they said in the interview. But I wouldn't mind one of those little robots. They're cool. Cyborgs are cool. Yeah, so like that's basically they escape from the pirates' place, but Charles Dance comes on board. Yeah, there's a little fight inside, and he gives a remote control. It says, just press the stop button and they'll stop. Okay. And the one thing he lets them do is come close enough to swipe it out of his hand.
Yeah, not a great move.
You dopey fuck.
But it doesn't seem like a great system. Like Tywin Lannister, who designed these robots, decided that they have to get fully activated before you can turn them off.
Mm.
And then that's fine when there's one of them, or maybe two. But for some reason, they're like a binary system that they go 1, 2, 4, 8, and so on in activation. So at one point, there's like 100 of them running around the place, possibly. And you've got a little remote control, and you're waiting for them all to turn on. You go, so it's a daft plot thing, and I allow it.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
I'll allow it. In that it doesn't make any sense, but then none of this movie does.
Yeah, like I don't even know if they're even going for tension when they go into one of the canisters and they just walk around, and they're like, oh, this is where they will jump out and eat.
Wasn't there
from.
supposed to be 4 of them?
Yeah, where are they? Yeah, it's all very confusing and everything, and they go in, and then the creatures, cyborgs, are going outside of the spaceship to get to Debi.
Debi
McGee. Well, yeah, it's not really to be tension at all, really. It's just an end to the beginning to the end, or an end to beginning. End to a means to an end.
Means to an end, why not? If I'm honest, I would have been happy if the movie had stopped in space. I don't like the bit on Earth at all.
I didn't know what was going to happen there. Yeah, it's a stupid ending.
Yeah, I would be happy with him just driving off into the sunset in his truck. I think that would be a fitting ending to a trucker movie. But no, the bit on Earth, because I suppose we should say they defeat the robots in space. Yay!
Yeah, no real big hullabaloo about
Dorff
it.
and Debi get away in a, what did he call it? The life raft or something, or escape pod.
Something. Yeah.
And they meet up.
I thought they were just going to let John die, basically.
Yeah, that would have been better as well.
Yeah, I think
what proceeds or what comes after it just feels like filler, where it ties everything up.
They wanted to tie everything up, yeah,
because there's some comeuppance for Mr. New President.
Yeah, so the dude at the start is the president at the end. He's all, and he sent the cyborgs to Earth to take out the president he was going up against.
But he'd already beaten the president at this point, so he said, "Well, these were just an insurance measure?"
Yeah,
which it feels a bit loosey-goosey.
Yeah. Then he's like, okay, here's a suitcase full of money, and there's a space rocket too. So well, my question is, okay, they throw the briefcase out the window and it's a bomb and explodes the top of the president, blah, whatever. That's okay. I'm fine with that. But then they take the spaceship. Why isn't there a bomb on the spaceship?
My question is, why is there a spaceship? Why would he buy a spaceship? If he's not going to give it to them, he's just going to blow them up. So he's gone to an awful lot of hassle.
Yes.
With some sort of subterfuge that doesn't add anything to his plan.
Yeah.
So
it's a weird ending.
Okay, it's stupid, and it's a stupid movie.
Stupid ending.
The ending doesn't detract too much from the movie because it's not long, thankfully.
It's all wrapped up in a pretty bow because Debi's mother is now John's beau.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. She's like 4 years older than Debi because she was cryogenically frozen because she had bonitis or something. My only regret is that bonitis. Yeah, that's it. And they'd all go away together on a space truck. It's a nice space truck.
It's a better one than his pachyderm.
3000. Pachyderm 4000.
Actually, the whole Debi John romance thing was stupid. Like Dennis Hopper is what 60 or 55, and he looks old, and Debi is like in her 20s. Like, really? Come on.
Yeah, it's a bit creepy.
It's just a bit silly, but
it's still creepy when he gets with her mum as well, though. So
yeah, but at least she's got some crow feet going on. It's fine. She's
in
older.
her 30s. That's fine.
She's in her 30s. Yeah, yeah. So I enjoyed it. It's shit, but I enjoyed it. It's just one of those.
Oh no, it's a terrible movie.
Yeah,
but it's not a bad. It's not a bad time.
There's a lot of things I appreciated the effort about. Toilet Lady, the curve in the diner, cyborg.
Charles Dance and his electric
Charles
space wang.
Dance as a mutant pirate captain with his electrical wang pulse. It's a movie blending trucking and space opera. How did that work?
Yeah, it's a weird.
It's never
thing.
going to be a It's never going to be a classic.
Oh no. But I think it deserves to exist.
It deserves to exist,
and the world is a better place for it. Is it good? No. Is it terrible? No. Did it make me chuckle? Yeah.
Was it an enjoyable movie? Yes, for me. I didn't. There's been plenty of movies the last couple of weeks, like Buckaroo Banzai, whatever. I had to fast forward that shit. That's not funny and not clever. This is clever in its creativity.
Clever in its toilet humor.
If I had anus, I'd soil myself. Yeah. So what do you think then? What are you going to give this movie?
This is a tough one because it is by definition shit. But also it definitely has it has what would you call it? It's got character. It's got a personality.
It does have character. Yeah. It does have character. You can't look anything beyond the first level of the script. There's no meaning behind anything. You can't look at the way with Alien or Aliens. You can talk about greed of corporations and shit, and Blade Runner. You can do the same about life and identity.
And there is a little bit, but it's they don't really bother because they're not trying to be deep here. It's a trucker in space.
Truckers in space. They should have done the Muppets just doing them all the characters. Yeah. That would make it funnier.
The
storyline's not going to win any awards.
The plot.
The plot. I'm going to probably give the most 5.7. Yeah, 5's all aboard. So I'm going to give the plot 2.5 just because it's average. You know what? I'll give acting 2.5 as well because everybody's bad, but Charles Dance just makes me not want to be able to put it lower.
I'm going to give plot 2 because it is a stupid plot. It really is a stupid plot. But it doesn't annoy me. Acting, I might join you there. Because Hopper's not really acting.
No.
Yeah, the other two main characters are kind of crap. And as you said, Charles Dance is always a beast.
Yeah, he enhances every scene that he's in.
So I'd say 2.5 for that. That's fair.
Soundtrack, I was doing something when the credits were rolling and actually Cotton Eye Joe played, so I can't give it any fucking...
I didn't wait for the credits. I'm glad I didn't. Wow, Cotton Eye Joe. Oh my God, I hate this movie.
It's not the main credit one, but it comes later on. I was just looking to see what studio and production company I was doing the stuff, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't be bothered. I'll give it 2. Like at the start, it's a lot of country twangs, and it sort of jars my brain a bit and made me step outside, maybe think a little bit, okay, what the hell is this movie? And it's a little unique, and so I was like, okay, fine.
Country music makes sense. Anything else would be silly, considering the theme of the movie and the character and the vibe. I don't like country music, so that's a problem.
That's fine. What are you doing then? 1 point.
I was going to give it 2. You said Cotton Eye Joe. I'm giving it 1.5.
Well, you didn't experience Cotton Eye Joe, though.
Yeah, but I know of it.
It's by proxy now.
Annoyance by proxy.
Yeah. All right, directorial level and standards.
Shit. What do you do here?
Bad audio. Fix your fucking
audio. Yeah.
Look, whatever you do to not make your spaceship sound like a hollow polystyrene set with plastic bits, you have to do that. You have to make post-editing changes in audio.
But the other side of that complaint, where, like for example, the roller coaster harnesses, they look
not
ridiculous.
Even roller coaster. They're thin. Like roller coasters are thick.
Yeah, but they look crap and they look unfit for purpose. And I kind of enjoyed that they were there. I kind of like the crappy nature of everything. So I don't know what to do with that. It's confusing to me.
There's as I said, there's a lot of good ideas, but we can see wires. But
we can.
There's still a lot of good ideas.
Some shocking physical effects, some actually good models used. And then
great
the CGI.
CGI is bad. They didn't pay a lot for that. They probably did it in
androids
1200.
I'm all about those cyborg android thingies. They were
androids
cool.
Are good. The curve to diner, as I've said, the toilet cubicle lady is excellent. I think he did a good job with the budget. I'm not going to give it a 3, but I'll give it a 2.75.
I'll join you there.
I think that's fair.
With the budget, yeah. Had he spent 50 million on it, it would be a travesty, but he didn't.
Yeah. So it blends all these things together, but does that create something, or is it diluting everything too much to be a good movie?
It's not a good movie. I would suggest people watch it though. It's a reasonably good time. Have a few beers as well, some 0G beer and a hot dog, and watch it.
There was, like, Fifth Element had a bigger budget, obviously. That was camp. That had a bit of a plot to it. They mixed up a couple of different genres.
Fifth Elephant. The pachyderms are getting in my head. That's a way better movie, though.
Yeah.
Acting's far better. Effects are far better. Plot is actually way better. It's a very similar vibe as well, I guess. It's a decent movie.
You've gone from shit movie to decent.
No, it is a shit movie. It's a shit movie that you'll enjoy. Let's say that.
When we get to our 300 episode, we'll have figured out the formula for why shit movies are sometimes good.
Yeah, they're better than some of the parts.
Yeah, like if we look at our rating here, 2.5, 2.52, 2.75, that's average movie, but it's enjoyable.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I'll tell you what it is. It's a not great movie, but it's memorable.
Yeah. I couldn't find this movie on Metacritic, so I can't find any journalist reviews. So I just went on to Letterboxd to see what normal people are saying. So I'm looking at 1 star out of 5 here from people. This dude said, Charles Dance was acting his little booty off in this. I don't think I've ever seen an actor like Dennis Hopper act less. Honestly, the worst movie I've seen in like 10 years. Somebody just quoted, I emit a low amp electrical wang pulse. That was their 1 star review.
I respect that.
Somebody says Dennis Hopper has never looked so bored. Somebody says irredeemable dog shit. Some interesting art choices that the light in runes. The ending made me laugh, said somebody. Somebody just said, I have a headache. You can see the difference between real people and journalists here.
Yeah.
These people gave it 5 stars out of 5. If anyone watches this movie and is disappointed in any capacity, they are objectively wrong and a terrible person.
Harsh.
Fuck, man, this shit is fly, and you're thick if you think otherwise. What a bonkers tale with some wild special effects of so many different types. Cast is superb, like folks giving it all despite the lunacy of the material they're working with.
Dennis Hopper gave it his all?
Practical sets that I don't even want to be better. Also, the plot in itself is pretty on point, not going to lie. Full disclosure, I was pretty drunk for this one, but fuck, man, why would you watch a movie called Space Truckers sober?
That's a great point. I think the consumption of some really cheap American beer would help.
Yes.
And it has to be cheap, like Budweiser. Have some Budweiser.
Yeah. So, yeah, like if you want to laugh at reviews, always read Letterboxd reviews. They're probably a bit more entertaining than Metacritic's journalist reviews. And I might just do it from now on, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not going to look through anymore. That's sort of, I need to probably do some pre-work and pick them out before we go live. But you can see in the world, there is a wide range of opinions, and that's what makes the world a special place. Amen.
Amen.
So yes, Amen. Amen, Andrews. So watch this movie. It's entertaining. Don't expect it to be Star Trek level or Fifth Element level or anything serious.
It's not going to change your life.
If you want to see Charles,
epiphanies.
Yeah, if you want to see Charles dance as a sort of Darth Vader merged with a disco ball, you can, and some colored skin, then you should watch it. He gives a good performance. Yeah. All right. That's it for this episode. We'll, if you haven't liked us on the platform you listen to us on, please do so, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra.